Yes, this your soul brother, Talib, who you better know as being a part of the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign platform with brother Angel Snup 7. Well, in this video, which I will, be making references concerning our good soul brother, Angel Snup 7. He made a video just yesterday, you know, while he was sitting on a state prison property in Missouri, and he was actually on a prison compound, which you could see in the video, facing the truck that he was in, that he usually makes his videos from when he's on the road. And you could vividly see the barbed wire fence. So he was on the prison compound, and he even had it posted on his video, which said Missouri State Prison. I forgot the actual name of the prison, but it was a Missouri State Prison in the state of Missouri. And by the way, in the state of Missouri, which he was once incarcerated in, although not in an actual prison, where one is sent to for actually breaking a criminal law, but he was incarcerated in a state mental institution in the state of Missouri, which is in the same state of that prison that he did that live video hangout from. And I like the brother's passionate humbleness, that because you could hear it in his voice, the passion that he spoke with, along with humility as well as being humble. And the reason I say this is because coming from a situation like that, whether one is a visitor or actually is an incarcerated inmate there, which I also once was myself on two different occasions, you know, I could say, not only speaking for myself, but in general, of knowing other people's experience who've had some type of contact with being in a prison or seeing a prison or actually visiting someone or being there to partake in professional businesses, where a place like that actually humbles you. I mean, I don't care what no one says. Prison can humble you one way or another. I don't care. You could be the worstest killer on the face of the planet. And I've seen quite a few of them during my stints in prison, okay? And I'm talking about some hard hitters, like they say on the street. I saw some straight up hard hitters that'll kill you just, all somebody had to do was just pop their finger. You was done. But somehow, some way, I saw individuals like those walk around the prison yard in a humble manner, You know, I saw them in they humble moments while doing time, you know. So I don't care who you are. You could be, of course, Mike Tyson, who is in there himself, or somebody that's uh that would that would come off intimidating to somebody like that wrestler called The Rock. You know, even somebody like him would become humble to a situation like that in one way or another. And with that said, you know, like I said, he spoke passionately from his own experience of incarceration and, you know, about the way that people make unfortunate choice decisions to put themselves in that situation, which I, of course, agree with everything he said in that video in regards to that and stuff, you know, but in that people need to actually learn to take a different road path when it comes to making split second quick decisions that would get them in that type of situation, far as being incarcerated. So, you know, I heard all that and understood clearly where the brother was coming from, and I could feel the passionate spirit coming out of him. Like I said before, exhibited humbleness and exhibited humility and understanding, you know, what it is to be in a unfortunate situation up into being back in a more better fortunate situation. And so, you know, well as that experience humbles him, it humbled me even more just watching where he was in hearing the passionate humbleness coming out of his voice. And usually when we hear Brother Angel Snup Snup 7 speak, especially when he's doing you know, critical live streams about certain different issues that specifically concern us as dark-skinned descendants of slaves born here in America, I must say this is that, you know, he definitely gave a great account of the situation regarding the truth of what he spoke about concerning that video subject. And whenever you get a chance, you could click on his one of the channels where his videos be on, which is Reality Temple Ministries. You know, where he talks about this subject with passion. And as I said before, the point I want to now get to also in this video before I close out is this, is that you know, he with him being able, first of all, we know he drive trucks. Those of you that have watched his videos and that has even directly spoken to him or has you know, went back and forth with him in the comment section or whatever, know that he drives trucks for a living. Now, with that said, I want to direct this also to those who make mockery of this brother Angel Snup Snup 7's past, you know, far as his past situation of being incarcerated, which I just got through speaking on when I began this video. And some have called him a mental patient, by making mockery of him in such manner because of his past. Because they can't take the truth that he obviously dishes out in regards of whatever subject he's speaking about, and especially if they get offended because somewhere he may have touched something in them that relates to the truth that he is speaking. So they go off on the deep end by calling him mental health patient or mental case and all this other kind of degrading stuff in terms of words that are used to degrade or to denigrate people that are diagnosed as having mental health problems or whatever. But anyway, they say all this, but none of them have been able to prove it and ain't gonna be able to prove it, obviously, and don't even really know this man. Most of them ain't never seen him face to face. They really even have a chance to know this man. I saw this man face to face. Okay, I spent time in his house, okay, rather in his home. I spent time in this man's home, okay. Broke bread with this man, and the indication I got from all this through the situation while I was actually able to be in the company of this brother physically and personally, I saw no signs nowhere where this brother had any mental health problems, nor any type of mental health problems which could, pose a serious threat or danger to others in the public, including myself. Okay? So, those of you that make mockery of this brother by putting out lies about him being a mental nutcase or whatever, because you can't stand to deal with the truth that the brother brings to the table from the platform that we come from. I must say this, that y'all need to knock it off. First of all, this man was speaking to yesterday on a live video stream, okay, from a state prison, like I said, in the same state that had him incarcerated in a mental institution for over several years, from what he told us in his own words, okay? Now, why would they release this man from a mental institution, okay? Give him a license to be able to drive a truck across multiple state lines while Homeland Security approves him to be able to deliver chemical items across the state line. I'm talking about chemicals, you know, to deliver chemical products across state lines. Homeland Security ain't gonna prove nobody to be able to have access to delivering chemicals on the 18-wheeler truck across state lines. Once they know that they're diagnosed with some type of mental health symptom. Because, first of all, Homeland Security checks on all that before they even make a decision to to allow someone to deliver or to give them the license to be able to deliver chemical products, across different state lines. So, like I said before, he wouldn't even have a license to be able to deliver certain things like chemical type of products that just can't nobody get a license to do, even if they driving trucks like he is, okay? So for people to sit up there and call this man a mental health nutcase, and try to use that to degrade him and to destroy his character, or to use that as a tool to character assassinate him just because he speak, you know what I'm saying, with the heart of truth that he comes to every time he brings a message to our platform that we both speak from. It appalls me for people, to speak ill of this brother like that and don't really know nothing about this brother. And of course, I know y'all said all kinds of negative things about me, which it really don't matter to me because you don't know me. So you can't really even, it really don't matter what you say because you don't know nothing about me, okay? And plus half of you, I don't even extend myself out there to you like that. Like even this brother Angel 7 has willingly done for years on social media, okay? Well, I'm not like that. So I won't give you that much of a inch where you think you would know me enough to where you could just say anything about me, especially when you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? But either way it goes, like I said, you talks about this brother, but can't prove what you saying in terms of his mental health state. Like I said, this brother got a job where he is able to go certain places that people who is diagnosed with mental health symptoms cannot get access to go, let alone, driving chemicals on the road, from state to state or city to city, but being able to deliver cargo into a state prison, which, just to let you know, that's why he was able to do that video yesterday from prison, because he was there, obviously, sitting in his truck, because he was delivering cargo there. Okay? Someone that has mental health issues and known diagnosed mental health issues would not have access to even be allowed into a place like that, let alone for any other professional purposes but to deliver cargo merchandise into a state prison facility. Okay? So like I said before, y'all people need to get off of y'all hang-ups about this brother and about him being a mental health case. Maybe y'all ain't checked to see if y'all have issues. Maybe y'all need to go talk to a psychiatrist to get diagnosed, to see what type of issue you got. Like the man was saying in that video this morning where he was speaking from at the prison that he was at on some professional business, obviously. That maybe y'all haven't took time to look at the man or even woman in the mirror. And that's suggestively something that maybe y'all need to do. And it is no wonder why we as so-called Negroes or African Americans or black people, whatever we want to refer to our people as, which I refer to as the people of soul, cannot come together and unite, because we so stuck on judging each other because of our shortcomings or whatever type of personalities we have, instead of putting those little tilly bit petty differences to the side to come together for a common cause purpose that may eventually bring us up out of this hell that we find ourselves in as descendants of slaves born here in this country. Okay? And like I said before, we need to understand and wake up and see the reality for this when we judge each other. Because black people in America are each other's biggest judging critics. When you get Negroes judging somebody, those are the worstest judges it is. Even worse, judgmental, worse than the racist is. To tell you the truth, you are more judgmental than the racist is. Of course, that's one of the things we were taught by the racists, is to be judgmental and, self-hatred toward each other, as well as distrust toward one another and all that. But we take it even, a mile further, which makes it worse. So like I said before, we need to understand and recognize when we judging each other, like the religion I once followed or called myself following, Islam, taught. When you point one finger at somebody, you point three back at yourself. And just know that when you judging other people, just remember to look at the man or woman in the mirror. Because Ain't none of us perfect. We all got some kind of skeleton in our closet, no matter who we are. You know, and I'm going to say this also, too. You know, when you, and even if our brother, Angel Snup Snup 7, did have, unquote, mental problems, trust me, it ain't none of us here, especially in a racist piece of dump society like the one we live in here in America, that there's not something that's gonna drive somebody to having some type of kind of form of mental defect. Okay? You even got a bunch of Caucasian folks who are dysfunctional and have mental defects because of such society that they're living in, just like we're living in amongst them. Okay? So everyone living in the type of society like this, there's a reason that people have become insane some kind of way or another, whether it's a lesser or worse degree of what they call craziness. But in this society, this is what produces insanity because of the fact that we are in a hostile environment, in a very hostile insanity environment. So who are we to judge anyway? Or who's crazy and who's not crazy? Okay? Because like I said, none of us goes without being mentally scarred by something, by being in a racist, hostile, crazy society like this one. Okay? But of course, again, there's been nothing that's been proven to show that this brother Angel Snup Snup is, that this brother Angel Snup Snup 7 is crazy like many of you have tried to put him out there to be. Okay, there's been nothing to prove that. And I don't appreciate you, brothers or sisters, who continue on to help promote this lie. And for those of you that still do, you're wrong. And I suggest that you cut it out, even though I know you grown and you gonna do what you want to do or whatever, say what you want to say. But as my advice go, as my advice to you, like they say, the old saying go, what goes around come around. Because someone may turn around and do the same thing to you. Especially if they putting it out there on social media. You see, so, just be aware on how to treat others as you want to be treated. That's all I'm saying as far as that go. But like I said before, this brother has done nothing to prove that he is officially crazy. Okay, one way or another. And he has the credentials to prove it. Like he's even talked to us about in videos in his very own words, okay? So, like I said before, and with the fact that he has a professional occupation that allows him to actually do certain things that a person diagnosed with mental health issues cannot excessively be allowed to do, okay, indicates, once again, that there's nothing wrong with Brother Angel Snup Snup 7. So like I said, people, for those of you that keep slandering the brother's name like that, I'm putting it out there once again. Stop doing it. It's not right. It's definitely not right. That brother ain't did nothing to make y'all want to even go that route, to slander in his name like that. Other than because y'all disagree with something he say in a damn video, which is highly petty. I'm going to say it again, which is highly petty. You know, no wonder why the racists keep on doing us the way they doing us, and everyone else keep on unjustly doing us the way they doing us. Because we can't overcome these petty differences when it comes to slander of one another or tearing each other down. Whether it's physically or verbally, through character assassination, like y'all doing to this brother. You know, by putting this false lie out that this brother is a mental nutcase. You know, because you don't agree with something that he say. So you want to put the reminder out that, remember, you was the one in the crazy house. Like even a couple of people had done that used to be on our platform. Actually tried to do. You know, until they had to get put straight back in line. You know. But that's not cool. It's definitely not cool. You know, to be making false accusations about people like that, especially like I say, when you don't even personally know them and you never even seen them face to face. That's just not cool at all. Because what if you see this brother one day face to face somewhere? For those of you whose identities have been revealed and who he know exactly what you look like, and you said all these negative things about him in regards of his mental health, you see, and you run into him somewhere on the streets, then what you gonna say? Then what you gonna do? How you gonna act then? See, this is why I don't get caught up in back and forth beefs on social media. This is why I don't get too tough caught up in arguing with people or calling people out their name or making threats on social media, especially threats that I may not deliver on or put myself in a position by making threats that I got to deliver on. That's why I don't do stuff like that. You know, because it's not cool. You know, this could cause a serious life and death situation, even by making accusations like that about somebody that you don't know. This is like you accusing somebody of being a rapist or a child pedophile, and you don't got no proof to show that. But you steadily putting that out there in the social media, trying to get thousands or millions of other people to believe that crap. then through that process, you cause that individual hardships in life because of that. Just like what you saying about this brother, Angel Snup Snup 7, being a mental health nut case. Which again, like I say, you have not been able to prove and can't prove. Okay. So like I said, being that you can't prove that brother Angel Snup Snup 7 is a mental health case, why not simply just leave that alone? But of course you ain't, because you too arrogant. But you know, like I said, in due time, as the old saying go, what comes around goes around. You may not get it in the same manner like you have brought it upon to inflict harm verbally on this brother with. It may come at you in a different form. But you gonna get your just due for slandering a brother like this, and a good brother at that, which is wrong. You just don't do people like that. I don't care who you are. Even though ain't none of us perfect, including myself, but that's just something you don't do. You don't do people like that. You know, and with that said, you know, I'm about to, close this out, but I just want to bring that up because that's wrong. You know, and yes, I'm defending him. We on the same platform. Because when you disrespect him like that, you disrespecting me. Just like he's publicly made it known throughout social media, when ones disrespect me, you disrespect him. Like vice versa. So that's just how they go. You know? So I'm not going to just sit back while you just try to, diminish this brother's character, do unjust character assassination, and not say nothing about it. That'll make me look weak for not even, stepping up to defend this brother against such, foolishness and lies. So, like I said before, with that said, I'm about to carry it on for the rest of the night so I could wake up in a few hours and start a new day over again. If I am permitted to wake up to see another day, since, of course, tomorrow is never promised to no one. And with that said, I'm going to be Audi 5,000, as someone would say, in peace.